Okay. So good evening, everybody. And today is the third day of this virtual assistant masterclass. Today we are going to be focusing on communication skills and how you can monetize your skills as a virtual assistant. So we'll talk about one thing, that's communication, and then we'll also talk about monetization. So if you have been following us from when we started on Friday, we have learned how to manage your time. If you have not, okay, most people have not gone through the remaining part of yesterday's training. So just take some time out of your night or your day. The video is less than 20 minutes long, so you should complete it in no time. So you have learned how to manage your time, work with multiple clients, and effectively supports them. Then you have also learned how to stay organized, of course, with the project management tool like Asana. Then we talked about essential tools. Asana was a case study for yesterday. We also talked about how to pick your niche. We talked about this on Friday. We talked about how to pick your niche, who a virtual assistant is, and what makes you stand out as a virtual assistant. We talked about the fact that you are not starting from scratch because you have some skills that you have gotten from your past experiences, maybe your past job, your school, where you volunteered, your church, etc. So today we are going to be talking about how to communicate professionally with clients as their virtual assistant. And the communication skills we are going to be talking about is not only applicable for when you have clients, when you are still trying to get people to sign up to work with you. So they are still prospective clients or potential clients. We're going to be talking about how you can communicate with them professionally. We'll also talk about the different ways that you can make money as a virtual assistant. Because as a VA, is not only working with clients and then making money. There are other ways that you can make money as a virtual assistant. So we'll be covering all that in today's lesson. So the first thing I want you to just think of, because at least everybody has experiences, as long as you are a human being that has been interacting with other humans, you must have had like a time where you kind of miscommunicated or you did not understand what someone said. So think of a time when miscommunication caused issues. Maybe you had an argument with a friend or a boss, or it can either be your junior or your superior because of a misunderstood text or a project with a client that went off track because expectations weren't clear. So how could clearer communication have helped? So sometimes the tone that you say something, of course, in writing, there's tone in writing. It's not just when you're talking that there is a tone. So the way you wrote something and you meant something else and the other person took it the wrong way. It has happened to the best of us. So think of it and just imagine what you would have done better. So think of a time where clearer communication would have helped that situation, whatever situation that was. So I'll talk about best practices for communication, for remote communication. That means when you are not in the same space with the person you are trying to communicate with. And the first thing is that you need to be clear and be direct. Don't try to beat about the bush. Be clear. If you need something to be done, say what you want, how you want it, where you want it. And you also need to respond promptly. You cannot leave people on red. People are going to assume that you are ignoring them if you don't respond promptly. And if you have an effective contract as a virtual assistant, there is a clause in a contract, in a good contract that should say, okay, if you receive an email or you receive any piece of information by, let's say, after 5 p.m. on a work day, then it is assumed that you have received it at 9 a.m. the next working day. So even if you don't respond, it is assumed. If that person wants to sue you or I don't know, if that person wants to to take you up legally. It is assumed that you got the information. So your client should always know you as someone that responds promptly, so that if there is any case where you don't respond promptly, they would not think the worst. They are not going to think that you just you are ghosting them. So you also need to use professional language. Try to spell everything in full. Don't try to use shortcuts or shorts, these spellings that they use. Instead of writing WHAT, you use WAT. Don't write like that. You have to write professionally. You have to clarify expectations early. If you're not going to be able to meet up with a deadline, say so. If a client is suggesting a timeline that does not work for you, let the client know. If the client's budget does not work for you, let the client know. Never assume anything. And try to utilize communication tools. So you have Zoom, it's a communication tool. You have email, it's a communication tool. And other communication tools, try to use them as much as possible to communicate with your clients. You can also use your project management tool, whether you choose to go with ClickUp, Asana, or Trello. You can use those tools to communicate with your clients. Then importance of clear communication in a remote setting. Number one, it builds trust. Like I said in the previous slide, when you are someone that responds promptly, the clients trust that once you see their message, you are going to respond. But when you're someone that just ghosts them when you want, they're not going to trust that there's something that is keeping you away. They might feel like you just want to ignore them. So it will also help you avoid misunderstandings. So you don't want misunderstandings, especially when you're working with a client that does not know you personally. Maybe you will just met online. So you want to put in the extra effort to make sure that you both parties understand each other completely, and it will also help you keep your projects on track. You don't want your client to be thinking you are on this different fit when you have not even gotten to that. Help you keep your projects on track to make sure that relationship. Then, unlike traditional office settings, you won't have the luxury of face-to-face interactions. So the way you communicate with your clients through emails, through messages, and video calls will define your professional relationship. This is self-explanatory. I cannot emphasize this enough. Nobody is seeing your face to know that you were smiling while you said it. They are going to read it. They are going to read it, and maybe what has happened to them during the course of their day might affect how they see things. But that's just how it is. So make sure that your emails are polite, your emails are professional, and your emails just make your clients feel at peace, or make your clients feel that they are dealing with a professional. Then you need to also be transparent about availability. I've mentioned this before. If you know that you are not going to be available, maybe it's short notice, you are not going to be available, let your clients know so that they will know not to reach out to you. They will not expect to hear from you. If you will not be available at certain time, inform them in advance so that you'll be able to manage expectations. If you know that you're not going to be working for the next 2 days because you traveled, or you are caring for a sick loved one, or something is happening in your personal life, let your clients know. I started working as a virtual assistant before I got married. So at every point in time, every milestone that I have gone through in life, when I was planning my wedding, I stopped working as a virtual assistant because that was taking too much of my time. Then even when I had my first and my second child, my first child and my second child, I had to stop working for a while. For maternity leave, I have to stop. And sometimes here and there, maybe my kid is sick and I'll not be able to meet up with a particular deadline, or I'll not be able to show up for a meeting. I let my clients know. I don't just ghost them. So you have to be transparent at all times about your availability. Then you have to ask questions. Make sure you send a follow-up email. It has to be written. Work on. do you agree with this? Just to make sure that you are on the same page. Because some people can say one thing, and then when it's time, they'll say, okay, I never said that, or I do not really think that you take it literally, and this is this other thing that you did not work on, it's more important to me. So when you clarify instructions early, it will save you time, it will prevent mistakes later. So you don't want your clients feeling like you were working on the wrong thing, something that is not even a priority to them. So it's better to ask for more information than to assume and get it wrong. So you also need to be proactive with updates. Before it's clients value that transparency, and using a project management tool enough. Because as a virtual assistant that is using a project management tool, they can see what is in progress, what is done, what is assigned to them, what is assigned to any member of your team. They can get all this information without even reaching out to you. So you will just be offering them that added reporting. So you don't have to wait until the deadline to send updates. As you're completing, okay, at the end of the week, this is what we have been able to achieve. Take a look at these things and give me feedback. You have to provide regular progress reports so as to ease their concerns, any concerns they might have, and show them that you are actively working on their projects. And like I mentioned earlier, you need to use a professional tone. So make sure that you are very professional in your messages, even if you built a relationship with your clients over time. I've been working with one of my clients for about 6 years now. So we have gone past the basic relationship. Now we know stuff about our families, our kids, and everything. But there's still that professionalism in my communications, even in casual messages, because it just helps you build respect, and it sets the standard for how you expect to be treated. So you will not treat the clients like the client is your friend that you have known since I don't know, secondary school or primary school. Even if you have got to you're now very close and everything, there still has to be that professionalism, because you want to get paid, you need that respect, and vice versa. So avoid using overly casual language or slangs, and keep a polite tone at all times. So don't get too comfortable. It's just like they say, feel at home, feel at home. Does not mean you fry 10 eggs at once. So don't feel at home and then lose your steez. Maintain steez at all times. Then this is just like repeating instructions back to your clients to make sure that you understand what they need. So you need to confirm understanding. After receiving instructions or feedback, briefly summarize your understanding of the task. If the person says, okay, I need you to create 30 social media posts for me, you repeat it back. So you need me to create, and most times I attend my meetings with my clients with a notepad and a pen. So I'll say, okay, wait, I want to write that down. And they will pause for me to write it down. I'll say, okay, you need 30 social media posts for Instagram. So it is just Instagram alone. And the client will just easily say yes, or they'll say no, or they'll say it's for Instagram and for Facebook. So you need to always confirm understanding to prevent miscommunication and ensure that you and the clients are on the same page. Then, of course, you're going to get feedback, whether it is solicited or unsolicited. You will receive feedback in the course of your work as a virtual assistant. So you need to make sure that you handle it professionally. You can thank your clients for their inputs and then ask them how you can improve moving forward if it is a negative feedback. Or in the case where it is a positive feedback that you have received, then you need to thank your clients and look for a way to upsell them, even if it's not immediately, but you need to strike while the iron is hot. And that is why in my community, I provide templates for a lot of things, because some virtual assistants want to do the right thing, but they don't have the right words. So I share like templates that I've used to ask for feedback from my clients, templates I've used to respond to negative feedback and to positive feedback. And it just helps them like get the job done faster and more confidently, because they are not just guessing that it's going to sit right with the clients. Then, of course, you should listen to understand and not just to respond. This goes beyond even business. In your private life, you need to always listen to understand, not to defend yourself, not to respond. So this is what is called active listening and engagement. Don't listen to respond. Listen because you want to understand where that person is coming from, where that client is coming from. And summarize your key points. When I get on the discovery call with a client, one thing I always do is that after the call, I must send a recap email. I must say, okay, thank you for coming on this call with me. During the call, we talked about X, Y, Z. These are the things that you're struggling with, and these were the solutions I shared with you. I'll mention the solutions that I shared as well. And then I will now tell them, okay, if I was supposed to send a proposal, I'll tell them when they will expect to receive that proposal and all that. So summarizing key points works in virtually every scenario. You need to always summarize key points. You need to ask clarifying questions like I mentioned before, and you need to engage proactively. When a client asks you for an information or a prospective client, don't take forever to respond. Do try your best to always respond proactively. Be proactive in everything you do as a virtual assistant because you are not an employee, you are a business owner. So people, if you are an employee, you can go to work because you know that whether you work or you don't work, at the end of the month, you are going to get paid. But as a VA, if you don't work, it's just a recipe for losing the client in the end, or the client just moving on from you. So make sure that you are proactive, even if you are at the end of that project, because that client might have another project or know someone that needs your services, and you want someone to happily refer you to people in their network. Now, for writing effective emails, there are just a few tips I want to share with you. And then the first thing is your subject line. So your subject line is like the title of your email. Don't just write anything there. Try to be as descriptive as possible so that the client is intrigued enough to click open. People receive thousands of emails, hundreds of emails every day. So people have a love-hate relationship with their inbox. So when your email reaches their inbox, let them want to read it. Let them know that it is important information that is there. So make sure that the title of your email, that's the subject line of your email, is clear. And the next thing you need to do is to keep your email structure. Always start with a greeting. If you are not sure if the person is married or not married, because some people like to, like if you address some people that are married as Miss, that's MISS, they'll feel, I don't know, some kind of way. Or if someone has a PhD and you don't put their title, they'll feel some kind of way. So a general rule I always use is I always use MS. So whether you are married or you are not married, it still works for you. So, and of course, you will not want to ask your clients directly, okay, are you Mrs. or are you Miss? Because when they're filling for a form or something to work with you, they might not necessarily put that. They'll just enter their first name and their last name. And of course, ask about them. Then when you are writing your email, make sure that you break your message into paragraphs. Don't just write a wall of text that makes it difficult for someone to read. So share your points in different paragraphs, and you can decide to number them. Sometimes I like to number them if I'm talking about many things, so that when the client wants to respond, they can respond also by numbering. So this just makes it easier for the client to digest your information quickly. And if you want to ask your client to do something, you can say, okay, I need you to give me feedback on XYZ by so and so dates. And of course, always end with your closing signature. So you close with warm regards, best regards, warmly. There are a lot of them. And then your email signature. If you don't know how to create your email signature, you really need to do it. It's something that will take you 1 minute or 2 minutes to get it done. So your email signature is just your name, maybe where they can find you online. You can have your picture or not. You can have your phone number or not. You can have your office address or not. These are just basic things that just add that professional touch as a virtual assistant. So you need to be polite in your email as usual and professional. So always use the client's name. So like I mentioned, hi, you can decide to call the client by name, but if that client is African, as much as possible, put Mr. or Miss, that's MS. Don't go and call the clients by their name, because some people carry respect on their head. They will not want you to address them by their first name. So, and like I mentioned earlier, close with a polite sign off. In your email, make sure that you get points. This is not where you start talking too much. Many people hire virtual assistants because they need support. They don't have time. So they don't have time to read too many stories. Get to the point as quickly as possible, be concise, and provide all the necessary information. So anything that the email can do without, remove it from your email. Like I mentioned before, end with a clear call to action, what you want them to do, what it is they should do, and when you expect that feedback, or when it should be done. And it goes without saying, proofread your emails to ensure that there are no typos, no grammar. Spell your client's name correctly. Don't spell their names with all small letters as much as possible. Some people don't like it. The first letter of a person's name should be in capital letter. This might be basic for you because you know it, but I cannot count how many times I see people making that mistake. People send me emails all the time and they are spelling my name with a small letter. I don't mind. I don't even bother correcting them, but that can just be the difference between you and the next virtual assistant. So double check everything before you hit send. So now I have just run through communication because I want to leave time for questions, since we did not have questions and answers yesterday. So I want to leave time for that. Now I want to talk about different income streams that you can earn as a virtual assistant. And the first one is active income. So the money that you make based on the services that you are offering as a virtual assistant. So this is a competitive and fair pricing, because if you go and charge too high, of course you send everybody away. And if you charge too low, there are some people that are not going to work with you because you charge your prices are too low, and they feel like you don't know what you are doing. So the second way that you can make money as a virtual assistant is by teaching others about your skills. So once you have gained experience, you can offer your own courses, your own workshops, your own webinars. You can teach others, not even necessarily how to become a virtual assistant, but when you have learned a particular skill, let's say, for instance, you know how to do search engine optimization, you are like an authority when it comes to search engine optimization, or even Canva, you can start teaching others how to use that tool. You can start teaching others how to provide that service that you are so good at. And then you get paid. So it's a great way to establish yourself as an expert. You see that somebody that's a successful social media manager will start teaching people how to create social media content. It just works, and it positions the person better as an expert while generating an additional income stream. So the person will be making money offering those social media management skills, and also teaching people how to become social media managers, or how to become Canva graphic designers and all that. And then the third one is selling digital products. So you can sell digital products like templates, ebooks, printables, planners. You can sell different types of digital products as a virtual assistant. So you can create them and sell them. And this is passive income. So when you create them and you put them on you, if you have a website, you put them on your shop, or you put them on other platforms like Paystack or even Seller, it will sell in your sleep. So whether you are there or not, people are going to buy. And this is something I talk about like in my community a lot. As a virtual assistant, I cannot emphasize enough how important it is for you to have a source of passive income. In the downtimes in my business, when for one reason or the other I could not work, especially when I was going to have my children, I could not work, especially the first few months of my pregnancy. I was so sick, I'll not be able to take on any work. So although I had clients that stayed faithful with me through the course of time, but I was not making any money from those clients because I was too sick to do anything. And the first time that that happened, I didn't have any digital products to sell. So I didn't make money for 3 months. So imagine that virtual assistant is all you do. You don't have another source of income anywhere. Imagine not making any money for 3 months. It's not good. So before you even before you are even in a situation where you are unable to work as a virtual assistant, make sure that you have a contingency plan. Make sure you have something that is going to that can be sold in your absence. Let's say you are, like I mentioned, you are good at search engine optimization, for instance. You can create a book, you can write a book on how to do it, how people can do it on their own. So that helps you, even if you're overbooked, if you are already fully booked and then you don't have any space to work with more clients, you can offer that digital product. If it's an ebook, you can say, okay, I'm not available to work with you because I am booked till June of 2025, but this my book is going to help you do it by yourself. Or someone comes to you, I want you to design my website for me. You can say, oh, I am very busy, I'm booked till end of 2026. So this is my course that I talked about, how I websites that are this and that and that. You can get this course at XYZ price. And these things can be set and forgotten. So you can just set up the cost to sell and then you forget about it. You just receive money in your account when anybody buys. So you can also share your experiences and tips in a digital book. So I wrote what the first source of passive income I had was a virtual assistant toolkit. I simply just compiled a list of all the tools that a virtual assistant will need. I think at the time I created that ebook in 2020 and I wrote over 300 tools that virtual assistants need. And that ebook did very well. I think on one platform alone, that ebook sold about close to $1,000 on one platform alone. So that was just an ebook. It was not new knowledge. I just compiled a list of tools that are free or low cost. Either they are completely free for you to use or low cost. And people, of course, people want to save money. So people create ebooks for different things. Ebook for hair care, ebook for how to sew, ebook for how to bake, and all that. People create ebooks about different things. So once you become an authority in something, make sure that you're able to share your knowledge via an ebook, a course, anything you can create that is a digital product that you can sell online. It will not only help other people, but it also helps you establish your authority as a virtual assistant. And the fourth way you can make money as a virtual assistant is through affiliate marketing. So affiliate marketing is not the same thing as network marketing. With network marketing, you have to bring people to register under you, and it goes on and on and on, which is just a recipe for disaster. I do not subscribe to network marketing or multi-level marketing. I tried it, I lost all my money, I lost interest and all that. So affiliate marketing is completely different. With affiliate marketing, what happens is you go to a company or a brand that has something that your audience will benefit from. So take, for instance, TSS has these CV writing services. They do CV writing services, social media and project management boot camps, all these things. So they are going to be charging a particular amount of money to help people write their CVs and stuff like that. If you decide to refer somebody to TSS to say, okay, I know this brand, I trust them, their CV writing service is very good. This is where you can click to go and contact them. You are going to get a percentage of whatever amount of money that person pays the TSS team just for referring them. So that is what an affiliate is. So if you are using a platform, a software, let's say you are using an email marketing tool or you're using a project management tool, go as a virtual assistant, go to that platform, register for their affiliate program if they have one. Some of them offer 10%, 40%, 30%, 20%. Some of them offer this affiliate income as a recurring thing. So every time that person renews the subscription, you get paid again. But some of them is just like a one-time thing. So as many people as you can evangelize to, it's like evangelism. As many people as you can tell about that particular service, that's how you are going to get people into the business. And if those people are paying the brand $10, $20, $30, you are going to be getting a percentage depending on what they are offering. It always starts at 10%, and sometimes it goes up to 50% depending on what you are marketing. So if you are looking for an affiliate platform to start from or to start with, you can try TSS Solutions. Their CV writing service is very good. And I'm saying this because I have reviewed some virtual assistant CVs, especially people in my community. And people write CV, the CVs, the CV type that expired in the 1990s. The people's CV, like, you will see that this person graduated in 2023, but the person is using a CV format that people that graduated in the early 2000s use. They'll be adding things like their marital status, their house address, where they were born, their father's name, mother's maiden name, their referees and all that. All those things are not important in today's CV. So if you know that you have transferable skills that you would like to be repackaged into a better CV to apply for opportunities that you find, then you should just try out CSS CV writing services. Then I just want to use the opportunity to talk about my virtual assistant membership program. So it is, of course, it's definitely not for everybody, and it is not a course. I like to be clear that it is not a course, it is a membership. So since it's a membership, you are getting access to many courses at once. You are going to learn skills. It can be blogging, it can be email management or calendar management or content repurposing. And then apart from learning skills, you also be learning the business part of things. So you learn skills, then you learn how to launch your virtual assistant business with that. So we talk about pricing, how to market your services online and offline, how to build your virtual assistant sales funnel. Then there's a lot, and I'm going to talk about it later. TSS has an affiliate link that they want to share with you. They asked me to come and talk to you because they feel that you're going to benefit from it. And remember, I was just talking about affiliate marketing as a way that you can make money. So this is something that TSS values and wants to invite you into. But I'm going to talk about that more later, and I'm going to take questions. In case you have questions, you can just write them in the chat or prepare to ask them later. And another way you can make money is by creating a community for fellow virtual assistants or fellow whatever you do, maybe social media managers, if that's your niche, or tech VAs, if that's your niche, or real estate VAs, if that's your niche. So you can create a community where you offer exclusive content, networking opportunity, and other resources so that, and these communities can be paid, just like my membership website is paid. So you can decide to offer this content, this exclusive content, and charge like a membership fee. And then you are going to also be making money as a virtual assistant just from doing this. So these are 5 ways. Of course, this list is not exhaustive. There are other ways that you can make money as a virtual assistant, but these are the most common ones, the easiest ways that you can make money as a virtual assistant. So now, over the past 3 days, we have talked about what it means to be a VA and how to find your niche. If you have taken, if you did the self-assessment I talked about in day 1, if you have some clarity, and if you did it and you have questions, I'll be happy to answer your questions after now. We also talked about time management and organization to handle multiple clients. We talked about tools like Asana to help you boost your productivity and manage your multiple clients. We talked about communication and different ways to monetize your services or your skills as a virtual assistant. But now back to the membership. In the membership, there are 4 packages, and the packages allow you to choose what works best for you. Now, everything is self-paced. Everybody is going to have like their own dashboard. You have your own login details. You log in when you are free. So it's something that works around your schedule. You can decide to study during the day or to study at night, depending on when you have time. And then it offers you a wide variety of things. You're going to learn courses, like I said, you're going to learn skills like email management, calendar management, WordPress website design, even e-commerce website design. You're going to learn all about blogging. You're going to learn content repurposing, search engine optimization. There are a lot of skills, and I keep adding more. So you're going to learn those skills inside as a member. And it's not something that if you are a member for 1 month, you only learn one skill, or you choose only email management to learn. Once you become a member, you have access to everything, whether you are a lifetime member or you're a member for 1 month. You have access to every single thing that is offered. There is no gated content that you say, okay, you have to upgrade before you get that one. Then you also get templates. I mentioned communicating professionally with your clients, and that's why I provide these templates. There's contract templates, there's templates for asking for referrals, there's templates for asking for testimonials, or even requesting to be paid more. There are templates for everything. There are workbooks that will help you prepare for your discovery call, profile your ideal clients, and a lot of other things. And it's still inside this membership that I offer hands-on experience via project. So if you complete a project, say for instance, you complete the email management project course, you will be required to go and take the project. You take that email management project that contains everything that a client will tell you to do as their email manager. You will go and do it and show proof. So I'm going to come in and I'll review it by myself. And when I review it personally, I do this for each person. When I review it, I'll tell you what you have done right and what you have done wrong. And if you have done anything wrong, you will redo it and resubmit, and I will see it. And this is the only way that I give people certificates. So if you see any certificate that is given by the Go Virtual Academy, which is the name of the membership platform, just know that that person puts in the work. That person has proof. And when you have that kind of palpable proof, you can easily put it into your portfolio to show clients that, okay, I have done this kind of work before. So you'll be getting hands-on experience. And the membership community is not on WhatsApp, it's not on Facebook or any social media platform. I put it away from social media because of all the distraction that is available on social media. So it is built into the community, like into the membership site. So you have access to a community. You also have access to a job board. So in case you finish learning your skills, you finish setting up your business, and you're looking for clients to work with, there is a job board where when people ask me to recommend virtual assistants, or they say they are looking for virtual assistants, I post the opportunity on that job board. I also go to other platforms and look for, okay, virtual assistant opportunities, and I come to post them on that job board. So members have access to that. You will learn digital skills. I have mentioned that you will learn how to set up your business. So I'm not just teaching you skills and then calling it a day. I'm teaching you skills, and then you now learn how to price your services, how to market, how to onboard clients, how to offboard clients, and all that. I'm sharing the templates that I use in my business for everything, workbooks, ebooks, etc. I'm also giving you projects for hands-on experience, and then a job board where you can um where you can apply for virtual assistant openings um, that you are interested in. And then I also talked about a community for feedback to me. Feedback, you can network with other people in the community, and the community is really focused. So you can search the community for past discussions. Everything is just neat and tidy. There are no emoji storms and all that. You will not find any fluff in the community. So the community is something that before we used to do it on WhatsApp, but now we decided to move to where it will be more the noise, eliminate the noise. So this is just a brief summary of what is me after now. So the TSS team wanted a kind of special package for people that attend their webinar and decide to use the affiliate link. So together we're able to come up with a 30% off depending on what you want. If you want to do only 1 month, or you want to do 3 months, or you want to do 1 year or lifetime, it is 30% off from now till 30th November. That's long enough. That is over 1 month that you are going to have access. If you feel that you you need this, but you need time to get your money together or whatever, 30 more than 30, you have more than 30 days to use their discount code, and it will work. After 30 days, you of course, if you need it, you still pay for it, but you pay the full price. So you are getting, because you attended this masterclass, you are going to be getting it at 30% off. Now, I just want to talk again about the the advantage of having a professional CV. I even wrote a blog post about why virtual assistants should have CVs too. I think 2 months ago, I wrote a blog post about that. So it is important that you are able to bring what you have learned or the experiences you have had, the transitionable skills or the transitional skills rather that you have. You are able to present them in a way that a prospective brand or a prospective client will see and know that you are the virtual assistant for them. So if you need help with that, I cannot recommend TSS Management Solutions enough. They are going to help you take the ideas in your head, package it, refine it, make it look like the best thing since sliced bread, and then put it in a CV, in a standard CV that works today, not the expired type of CV. And then, of course, if you already have a CV and you know someone that needs the service, recommend their CV writing service to the person, and you are going to get a commission. So it's a win-win. You get a CV that works, and then um, they will be sharing their knowledge and everything. They'll also, of course, they'll make profits in the end. So you can contact them, and these are their contact details. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen here. I think they'll post their contact details in the chat. I'm going to stop sharing my screen just to take questions from everybody. Okay. Okay, so I think some people said they could not hear. Hopefully, you eventually started hearing. That was a while ago, I think over 20 minutes ago. Okay, so someone asks, how do we get the link? The link has been shared in the chat. The link is govirtualacademy.com/affiliate /3. So the link has been posted, and I don't know how they communicate with everybody that registered for this. I think we have almost 300 people that registered for this training. So the link is going to be shared. Maybe if there's I don't know if they created that group chat. So the link is going to be shared in the group or via email. However, so people that would not attend. And then how do we join this platform or community? So to join the platform is simply to click the link and then choose the plan that you want. Like I said, whether you choose to go for 1 month or you choose to go for lifetime access, you are going to get access to the same thing. The only difference is that it's a platform that I keep adding things. I keep adding new courses. I have a course on Asana coming in a couple of weeks. I have a course on Canva coming in a couple of weeks. I have a course on webinar support coming in a couple of weeks, I think towards the end of the year. So things keep the platform keeps increasing in knowledge, in tools and templates and stuff like that. And I get feedback. So when a member says they need when a member says they need to know about something, I prioritize that. I think one of the courses that is really in demand is email marketing. So all those trainings like that, all those skills that people want to learn, I prioritize creating and teaching those skills so that members of the community can continue to upgrade their knowledge. So some people feel that 3 months is enough for them, especially with the holidays that are coming. Some people feel that that's enough time. Some people feel that waiting till January is the best for them. Whatever you decide, whatever you decide. But I would just like to say that the best thing you can do for yourself is to start now, at least get skills, set up your business so that when January comes, you are not going to be putting it on your you're not going to be putting it on your resolution list or your goal list that you want to become a virtual assistant. You will already be a virtual assistant in January, and you'll be focused on getting clients, marketing your business, and stuff like that. So use the downtime during the holidays to just prepare yourself, learn skills, upgrade your skills, and build your portfolio. Okay, someone is also asking for the link. The link has been shared in the chat. So if you need the link, just if you want to see what the platform is about, just click on the link and you'll be redirected to the website. It's going to tell you everything that you need to know. You can even look at the frequently asked questions. You can see testimonials of people that have taking the training, how long it took them to get their first client, what if they found it helpful or not. And if you want to talk to somebody that has taken the training before you make a decision, that can also be arranged. You want to talk to somebody that has been a member of the platform, to ask them, how long were you a member? What did you benefit? Just ask your the questions and all that. So that is that from my end. If you have any questions, maybe not about the membership, just about what we talked about yesterday, although I don't really expect too many questions from yesterday, because many people have not seen the remaining part of that masterclass. So I think they said they had shared the link. Check, they should share the link. Please share the link to the remaining part of that masterclass, so people that are interested can go and watch. Maybe they'll have questions after that. But for now, does anybody have any question about anything virtual assistant? Okay, Victoria and Grace have their hands up. You can unmute your mic and ask your question.
Okay, good evening, Miss Rose. Please, I wanted to ask, this platform or community, is it the same thing? And is it everything? Is it yours? Like, is it your platform and your community? And
Okay.
if it's yours, please, how do we join?
Okay, so the platform is my community, is my website. I built the website on myself, and it is what I teach when I talk about how to build your own websites, like your own WordPress websites and all that. So to join, you just have to click on this link, because um, this link will help us know that you are from TSS, so that when you use that coupon code, we will know that it's TSS that sent you, and you're not just somebody that is trying to get through the back door, because they had to negotiate for something to just help people and also make people to use their link. So that is why the coupon code has their brand initials on it. And that is why it's important that you click on this particular link to get access to the platform. It's like a cookie. You know, all those websites where you go to and they'll say, okay, this do you accept cookies and all that. It's like a memory. It will make the website remember that this person is coming from TSS, and you should not charge the person full price. So I hope I've answered your question.
Okay.
Have I answered the question? Okay.
Yes. So is the code, once I click on the link, is the code there?
Once you click on the link, remember the code is TSS30. Now, we would have shared a link that already has the code applied, but we can't do that because you might decide you want to go for 3 months. Another person can decide to go for 1 month. Another person can decide to go for lifetime access. They are all at different price points. So that is why you have to manually add the code. The code is TSS30. And you have up till 30th November, which is my birthday, right? By the way, you have until 30th of November to use that code. After 30th of November, it's going to expire. So just click on their link and go to the website, and then use that code for any plan, and it's going to give you 30% off.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right, you're welcome. Victoria has her hand up. Please unmute your mic and ask your question.
Yes, good evening, ma. Can you hear me?
Good evening. Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. When you started the session, you said something about the 5 p.m. to 9 a.m. message thing, and I did not really get it when you were saying
I
it.
said what?
Something about the 5 p.m. to 9 a.m. You said when the client sent you a message by 5 p.m. and yes, so I did not get it.
Okay. So the thing now is that when you're communicating with clients, there are sometimes that, especially maybe it has to do with payments. You are working with a client, and then you are sending messages to the client. The client is not responding again. Maybe it's time to pay you. The client is not responding again. First of all, it is important that you have a contract. It protects you, it protects your clients, so that if somebody is considering or is planning not to pay you, they will abort mission. They'll know that you are somebody that knows your onions, and it just sets you apart from the virtual assistant who does not know what they are doing. I started without having a contract, and I worked for some people that just never paid. One said she was not going to use the work again, and the other one, she said her sister was going to make the transfer. This is more than 5 years later. Her sister has not made that transfer. So in your contract, there are important things that should be there. And one thing is response time. So if you send someone an email, let's say a client, and the client has not given you feedback. Sorry, that came in. So if you send a message to a client and the client has not given you feedback, let's say you send the message after 5 p.m., it is considered, you have the right to consider that by 9 a.m. the next working day, so let's say it is on Thursday, by 9 a.m. on Friday, it is assumed that the person has received that message. All things being equal, except there is something beyond reasonable doubt that can prove that the person did not receive that message. But if it is on Friday, then you know that it's 9 a.m. on Monday, and to be assumed that the person has received that message, because your work hours, that's if your work hours are like the usual 9 to 5. But you also have to put other things into the picture, like time zone difference and all that. But your business days are different from normal days. Business days are days that are not public holiday for you and your clients. So business days are not included, weekends are not included. So if you send an email on Monday and then there's now public holiday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, it is assumed that the clients received that email by 9 a.m. the next business day. So that's by 9 a.m. on Monday of the next week. I hope I've answered your question.
Yes, you have. Thank you.
All right. So one question I have in the chat here is the price going to show before we impute the code? Yes, the price is going to show. You are going to even see the price before you click the one you want. You see all the different prices, and then you click the price that you want, and then you can now add the code. It will show you the full price, and then you will not see the place that will ask you, do you have, as I was saying, to ask you if you have a discount code. And if you have a discount code, you just simply add your discount code. That's TSS30, and it's going to automatically calculate the 30% off, and then you can pay the difference. No matter the plan you choose, it's the same code. I think I'm not seeing any other question in the chat. If you have any question, you can type in the chat or unmute your mic and ask your question.